Hello, Sky Protocol community. This is Fare and Gauthier, and in today's episode, we're going to talk about Sky Protocol's testnet. So, what is going to be there? What can you find? Can you expect from the testnet? This is what we're going to cover today in both a tech savvy way and in a more vulgarized way, as usual. First of all, sorry for the little delay. We have one of our developers who has eye problems, so he's not able to look at us at his screen. The good thing is that he's a good sport about it. He's not billing us, so we're not expending, we're not spending the Sky Protocol budget for nothing. But we wish him a healthy recovery. In the meantime, Fare is coding more for two people instead of one. And we have Yaroslav who's doing work as well. So, Fare, you're surviving off instant noodles, coffee, and sleepless nights, right?
Yes, so yeah, I'm sleepy these days, but I'm making good progress. I'm glad that I just solved a big bug with Bluetooth. The bug was small, but figuring out how to debug things with Bluetooth was hard because Bluetooth is, let's say, not optimized for debugging.
All right. So, first version of the testnet, of Sky Protocol's testnet, of course, is going to be centralized. So, it's going to run on some cloud instance, of course. But what can we expect? What will the builders, so the people who build dApps, decentralized applications on Cardano's blockchain, what will they be able to do with it?
Yes. So indeed, this first release will be for builders only, or I mean, anyone can try it. But our target is people who build the apps. So if you are building a app on Cardano and you want your app to scale, we invite you to have a version of your app that uses Sky Protocol versus a rollup on Cardano, for instance. And it will be much faster. Instead of having 4 kilobytes per second to share with everyone in Cardano in the world, you will have your own 4 kilobyte, 40, 400, 4 megabyte. I don't think we'll go over 4 megabyte to start with, but you'll be able to publish data very fast compared, like 1,000 times faster than Cardano on our, for now, centralized testnet, but that we will make decentralized this year.
All right. And so, to vulgarize it, basically, a company or a team that is building applications on Cardano is going to go to the Sky Protocol library on our GitHub, and they're going to copy paste the fragment of code that we provide them. So we're going to keep it as short as possible. They copy paste it in their own code. They test it. They run simulations, and with the testnet, they can already see how much faster their app is going to be because of Sky Protocol, right?
Yes. So it's people who are already building, say, side chains or stational and things like that, and they want to go faster, and they could develop their own network, etc., or they could use Sky Protocol, or they could use a rollup, but the rollup would be limited. And by using Sky Protocol, we'll make sure that they only need to change like 10 lines here max, 10 lines there max, and like maybe three places where they need to change 10 lines of code max, and then it should just run and insert your API keys or whatever, and it should just run.
Wonderful. And so, question then, what can we expect from that in terms of capabilities, of scalability? What's the testing ratio that we can hope for when running the simulation with a testnet?
Okay, so in the beginning, we're not aiming at very high throughput. So 4 megabyte, it is already 1,000 times faster than Cardano. But
I like the fact that you're saying, oh, it's not going to be much, only 1,000 times faster.
yes, but that's yes. For the beginning, that's all we promise, um, and maybe we'll start at 10 or 100 times, and then 1,000 times. And the goal is, of course, like 2 years from now, to be 10,000 times, 100,000 times, 1 million times, and maybe 5 years or 10 years from now, be a billion times more. But for now, we're looking small. Okay. We'll make
It's a baby. It's going to crawl before it runs.
exactly. So we'll make Cardano as fast as our blockchain, faster than other blockchains, and faster than other blockchains that have extra stuff, and then the fastest of the world. But we'll start small. Um, and the goal, once again, is that you're building your side chain or your stational system or whatever, and you want to scale massively, and you can use our system to help scale. and we want to be as non-intrusive as possible. So, and of course, the first version will write like we will have the API by the end of the month. It will start. I don't know how it will start because if I knew, I would make it not start already. But uh, and that's why we want you to help us test and find, oh, here's like by using this little line, this API a little bit, it will be much better. We want to integrate Sky Protocol with your sidechain and see how we can make it as easy to use a developer of that other sidechain as possible. Negotiate the exact APIs that will work the best. And we may have, we will offer at the beginning a JSON API. So whatever language you have, you can use JSON for that, and you have libraries for that. We can make things more optimized later. We want to negotiate with you. And of course, as the throughput gets larger, at the beginning it will be slow. And so, I mean, much faster than Cardano, but still slow. And so the performance will not matter too much. But later this year or next year, we'll try to really extract as much performance as possible. So for now, we have a very minimal system that's first version. This is not the version we'll launch with. This is a version with which we have an API for the developers to use.
Wonderful. And so, what is the next set of features we want to implement between the testnet and the mainnet? Because obviously, we're going to keep developing the mainnet for builders to tinker with it. So, what's the next step? Proof of authority, for example?
Yes, proof of authority is it's an obvious next thing because a centralized server kind of defeats the purpose of using a blockchain. So at first we offer that because we want to onboard developers as fast as possible, but to actually onboard users, we want to have at least proof of authority, which means at least 4 different people, hopefully 10, 100, 1,000, who will partake in the network and ensure that the network is fair, etc. And at least on the network, as long as fewer than a third of people are dishonest and collude, then the system remains robust. So, and that leads us, of course, to the next step of financial step is recruit those uh, 4, 10, 100, 1,000 people to be part of the test nodes for the proof of authority network. And that's where we have our node sale that will be coming soon.
Yeah. It's as if we had a plan and as if we were following a coherent plan. This is amazing.
Yeah.
It actually makes sense. All right, and so then are there things that we would implement before the mainnet?
And
Some things we
after,
could do, and what are the things we would implement afterwards?
yes. So, so the first thing is implement this proof of authority network, and we'll start with having 2 nodes, 3 nodes. It's still a proof of centralized 3 nodes. 4 nodes, that's our first decentralized step. Then 10 nodes, etc. But after we have this proof of authority network, the next step is implementing sharding. But there are 2 different kinds of sharding that we implement. So the one we want to implement first is um, sharding with erasure coding. It's a feature that all DAs have, all modern DAs have, even though I think they are not doing completely right or the best way, optimal way. But that doesn't matter. Erasure coding is just like your RAID 5 drive array. You put a shard of your drive on each of these things. So let's say you divide your disk in 3 or 4 or 10 disks, and you can reconstitute the data from like half of them or 2/3 of them or 1/3 of them, whatever. For theoretical reasons, the best we can do is 1/3 of them. So in a decentralized, fully decentralized network. So we'll have, that's what we'll do. We'll have the ability to recover your data from about 1/3 of the nodes. So uh, at um, at most 1/3 can be wrong, but at least a number that is less than 1/3 is necessary to reconstitute all the data, which means that if we have 100 shards per topic, 100 shards, you download your data from 100 different people, and if everyone has 1 kilobyte of data, that will give you 33 kilobytes of data. So that's a constant efficiency factor of 1/3, and 1/3 is the maximum that you can reach in efficiency, but it's still much more efficient than 100. Like the efficiency factor, if everyone has the same copy of the same data, would be 100. And if you needed more than 100 people to to be secure, and the more people you have to make it secure, the less efficient your system goes. But no, with erasure coding, your system can remain at the same efficiency level of about 1/3, however many people partake in the consensus. So that's the power of erasure coding.
Little vulgarization note for for our users, our listeners um, who don't know the difference. So we use the word sharding in our white paper in a very specific way. And some blockchains use the word sharding as in sharding in computer science, the old fashioned way. So you basically sort your data by categories of data so that it's easier to sort them and to access them. And what Farid has described is more the type of sharding we're using. So two words for one word for two very different concepts, so don't mistake them.
We plan to have the two concepts, and this other sort of sharding we call topics in our system. So every topic is a shard in the sense of we divide the data into independent blocks that run in parallel, and within each block, with each topic, we'll have this sub shard, which will be this system of erasure coding. So um, we have both. So we give two different names to the things within our white paper, but in other places in literature, both concepts are called shards, and there's a valid reason to call them shards. But in our white paper, we decided that we had to choose a topic is a shard as in independent sources of data, and within each topic we have shards, which is this erasure coding thing.
That helps for the confusion for the people who didn't know the difference between the two. That can be a problem. Of course, we're going to post a vulgarization text for the people who don't understand this. But yes, remember that. Basically, the testnet of Sky Protocol is coming in April. And what you will be able to do if you are a DApp, decentralized application builder, you're going to be able to test and see how much faster your DApp could run on Cardano with the testnet. You can give us feedback and tell us, okay, you should improve this and this and that. And we at Sky Protocol are going to listen to you guys. And for all the others, well, you're going to be able to hear the testimonials of all the DApp builders. At the moment, the people who are just watching the token price, the charts, just listening about the project, of course, are not able to test what it is because it requires technical background. But I hope you guys have understood what we're building here, a solution that gives infinite block space, practically infinite block space, and a huge increase in speed and decrease in transaction fees. So because of that, we have to test that on a testnet. If people abuse the mechanics, that's the point of a testnet. That's why we have fake money and a fake network at the beginning. And this is how we learn. So that's absolutely normal. Farah, any last word?
I want to thank everyone who's supporting us in the community, all our early token acquirers, and everyone who still has faith in us. We're working hard. Sometimes we have setbacks. We don't go always as fast as we want to go, but we're making progress, good progress. The code, the tests that we have written so far work. There's more code to be written. We're working night and day between yourself and I, and happily not manual right now. And we'll get it this month, the first the testnet, and we'll keep getting, as long as we have funding, we'll keep working on it.
Right. All right. All right. Thank you so much, Farah, everyone. This was Sky Protocol's testnet video.
Thank you.
See you soon for that testnet. Hopefully, you will find it as exciting as we do. Cheers, everyone. Bye, Farah.
Ciao.